Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome to our live. I am just digging through my makeup bag and trying to get some stuff out. Because I want to try something new, try something fun. And I was looking in the mirror as I was getting ready, and I was like, I look so tired. I look so tired. So when we wake up and we have these um, lazy eye Mondays, uh, we need something that's going to help refresh us. And you wouldn't think, hello, Veronica, you wouldn't think that airbrush makeup, you're like, okay, I'll do my makeup, but like, how's airbrush makeup going to make my eyes look more alive and not so sleepy tired? And the one thing that is great about the airbrush is that how we apply it, because you're not touching your face, all of that, it helps with the puffiness and all of that, because we're not rubbing and when you get puffiness or when you get wrinkles and crinkles, that's because of lack of moisture and that kind of thing. So we can put moisturizer on. We can use the breeze system to apply our moisturizer, or you can put on, and I'm going to put on an eye cream real quick, where you can add that moisture. And when we do this, what do? We tap it out. I'm just going to tap it out to get more moisture in that puffiness. Good morning, Sydney. Good morning, Lori. My weekend was wonderful, very relaxing. But I want to get extra moisture in my skin. And I was looking before we got on here. If you have the rose serum mist, that you can also blow through the airbrush. That is something you can put on beforehand. You can concentrate underneath the eyes so that that moisture gets into the skin. So on Mondays, when you may have a little more puffiness, that you can apply that and let that really soak in, and maybe even concentrate more underneath the eyes. Okay. Now, you can use a regular concealer first if you wanted to. However, one thing to think about is if you're using a regular concealer, a traditional concealer, that has a tendency to settle into wrinkles and crinkles. And so obviously that's not something we want to do. And so if you do apply it, you want to apply it very lightly. I still probably would do the tapping motion to apply that. And then I do sometimes, if I am trying new concealers, new things, then I'll use like a regular hair brush, like a blending brush almost, and blend it. I'm like, there's a fur or something on here. Blend it like this, very softly underneath my eyes, so that it does move the concealer around, but doesn't, I'm not pressing hard or pulling hard underneath my eyes, because we all get to that age where we're like, oh, can we not have the wrinkles and crinkles under the eyes? So I want to be more, I want to be very gentle under that area. Can you use it in the regular breeze, the rose serum? Yes, you can. You can use the skincare in the airbrush breeze, but you can't use the makeup in the skincare breeze. Okay. See, there is a fuzz right there. Okay. So you can use it in the makeup breeze, this one, but you can't use the makeup in the skincare one, in the white one. All right. All right. So now I did some moisturizing. Again, you can focus on that rose serum mist and really spray that so that moisture gets into your skin. And I really like the Bulgarian rose mist. One, it smells amazing. But two, it soaks in quick enough where your makeup is not going to feel wet or sticky. And that's the one great thing about it. I used to use it only as like a nighttime regimen, nighttime mist. But when I started finding out that it does soak in so quickly that it doesn't feel tacky or wet or anything, then I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna use it all the time because I love it. The other thing, what else was I gonna say? Oh, lately, because I've been laying out at the pool, but I put sunscreen on my face, I've been using the tanning mist, the spray bottle tanning mist. And I do notice that if I use that in the morning before I put my makeup on, I do need a little bit of time to let that soak in before putting my makeup on. Because if I do it too quickly, it does feel a little tacky. It works. It works. But if I use that tanning mist before my makeup, I find that I have to be careful on how much I put on because it will feel a little tacky. So I mainly use that at night. But there are times like, oh, I totally forgot. And I'll put it on before, but then I just make sure there's some time in between so that it doesn't feel tacky. All right. So now I'm going to use, and there's a lot of different things. You know, we always talk about our products, they overlap. With airbrush makeup, you're using 10 times less makeup, but not only that, it's less steps. And so one thing that I like, the under eye, I love the velvet, the violet, or do we just call it, we call it purple. The purple color corrector. You do have to shake this up quite a bit because the pigment in here is a little bit thicker. And so make sure you do shake it up really well. And I'm going to have to open this up. Lori, I was just talking about if I use the tanning tonic, the spray tanning tonic, that if I'm going to use it before I do my makeup, then I'll just make sure there's some time in between that, applying that, and then applying the my makeup. All right, so now I have the violet, and I'm going to put this on. Now, guys, look. You can tell it's violet, okay? But you're not going to apply it that way, right? We apply everything in light passes. And so if you can tell that it's violet, you're applying it too much. But what you'll notice, it'll start highlighting. I'm already out. I didn't put that. Yeah, I am out. I didn't put that much. But you can already tell like how it's highlighted underneath my eyes. And that's what I want. And even though this is a color corrector, the purple is going to brighten the skin. And to make me look more awake, I want to brighten underneath my eyes. If you have really big bags underneath the eyes, if you highlight in those bag areas, in that crease, that'll have the illusion that you don't have bags. And so highlighting underneath is a great way to make you look more alive. I mean, my eyes look already more alive. Ah, okay. All right. So next I'm going to go in. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's go ahead. I'm going to do the foundation. Good morning, Amber. How are you? I'm using the Rose 4-in-1. And now I'm going to apply this everywhere. So I'm going from the purple color corrector. Now I'm going to apply my foundation everywhere, okay? Now, this is the other thing about the airbrush makeup. I have been tanning, so you can tell I'm a little bit darker. So there's different ways to work that, okay? I'm a 3. Usually 3, I'm still okay. If I get any darker, I may have to add, oh, you know what I do want to do is add love in there. I may need to add a 5 if I get any darker than this. But remember, your foundation is to even you out. So you do want to match. Foundation is not there to like make you darker or make you lighter. It is to even you out. And so you do want to make sure that you match or are in range from chest to the face. So you can tell, like here, I'm a lot lighter than even my chin or my neck. And so I'm going to go in and make some passes. Now, if I stop and I look in the mirror and I'm like, that's kind of off, I still need to be darker. One thing I can do is, like, I don't have to start over. I can say, okay, next time I know I need to darken my foundation. Maybe I need to add a 5 in there. Or I can correct it with why did that go out? I can correct it with contouring. I can correct it in different ways. So let me fix this real quick. All right. So what about sunscreen, Lori? All right. So now I'm going to start in one area. And I did add a couple of drops of that Love in there. I did that last time, and I got so many compliments on my skin with the Love. So when you're airbrushing, you want to stay 4 finger widths away and keep the airbrush moving. It's not a race, but you want to keep it move. Oh, no, I forgot to close this. Hold on. Whoopsie. I forgot to close the door. All right, let me wipe that off. There we go. But because I sprayed under here, I don't have to go all the way up. I just want to go up a little bit to blend it out. So if you get darker in the summer, Lori, just adjust your foundation to whatever you need it to, or you can do some contouring with it as well. Now in the summer, I really do love to add Love to my foundation. You always want to wear sunscreen on your face. So my face is always lighter than the rest of my body, period. Because I wear a hat, I wear sunglasses. If I'm out at the pool or the beach or wherever, I always have sunscreen on my face. And my face is always going to be lighter than the rest of my body. And so that way I can, I'll adjust to whatever foundation I need, and I can go darker in the foundation. Look a little darker. So yeah, if you get darker in the summer, which most people do, just adjust your foundation a little bit, and that way you don't have to worry about it. All right, so let me grab up. Trying to, I did get out of focus. Sorry, guys. All right. Lori, I guess I'm not understanding the question. 1, always wear sunscreen. 2, if you are darker, then adjust your foundation to be darker, or you can go in and put your darkest foundation on that you have, and then just do more of the highlighting. Because I think you're like an 18 if you're darker, and so 17 or 18. So if you need to do the opposite as far as highlight instead of making it darker, you can do that. All right, so now let's see. I'm going to go in with the nude palette. I'm trying not to use the nude and naughty, which I always end up using because it has everything. If you don't have the nude and naughty palette, you definitely need it. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use, I don't know, what else do I want to use? I have the optics too. They're all shimmers though. Let's see. Let's try this purpley color out. And I'm going to do this in the crease. I definitely don't want to do a shimmer because my skin is going to glow. Because my skin already has that glowing effect with the Love. So I do want to stick more to matte. So I'm going to go back to the nude palette to Cave and blend very softly on the lid. And with hooded eyes, you want to blend up more. So when your eye is open, you can see the eyeshadow. Yeah, Laura, you can always go. I have the group classes Monday and Wednesdays at noon. And anybody can join those. And so see, you just keep, I need to blend this one up a little bit more. And I'm just blending, blending, blending. Guys, this is only one color that I'm using. That's all. And when you blend, you can get different levels of that color. So it'll look like you have more colors on than you really do because we're blending it. I'm going to go in with an angle brush. I'm going to grab my little mirror. So and just line underneath. And I always like to line with eyeshadow underneath because I'm not, I have a little fuzzball right there. Because it's not pulling on my eye when I do that. And then how far you go in is also whether you want it a little smokier, a little more drama. You can go in farther or make that line a little fuller. I have like fuzz. I don't know why I have fuzz everywhere. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to take a little, just a swipe to make sure I didn't have any fallout that came and just fell on the bottom. Now, if I look in the mirror and I'm like, do I need to tweak it a little bit more? Where's my blending brush? If I needed to blend a little bit more, if I wanted to blend this up here, maybe I wanted to spice it up a little, you can do that. So you can always tweak as you go on. If I put my mascara on and I look in the mirror and I'm like, I need something else, I think, we can add it then. So you can always add at different points, okay? I am going to go back to my Nude and Naughty because I'm going to do a little bit. I'm going to show you just a real quick highlight. And I'm using I am using some sparkle. And I'm just going to go in and highlight right underneath that eyebrow. Not a lot, but just a little. And then you can always go in and highlight on the inner corner as well, just to open up the eyes itty bitty, just a little bit more. All right. So now let's move on to some blush. And I'm going to use the Plum blush. I love the Plum blush. Again, shaking it up because it might not be something you use every single day. Even if it is a product that you use every day, you do want to make sure to shake it up. All right, so I have my Plum blush. Normally you see me do this first and then add the foundation on over it, and I can still do that. However, and especially if you're new to airbrushing, I always tell you add blush first because our blush is super high pigmented, meaning a little bit goes a long way. And so 2 drops of the blush, and that's all you need. But if you do get what I call blush happy, if you get it to where it's a little bit too much, you can always airbrush foundation on over it. So that's why I suggest when first starting out, do your 2 drops of blush first, and then airbrush the foundation on over because it'll blend it out. How does it do that? We're not touching our face, so it's blending everything out. Now, after I told you to do that, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to show you that you can do blush second, but you want to spray super light. Okay. I can come in a little bit closer. When doing the foundation, we want to be 4 finger widths away. But when doing the blush, you can come in a little bit closer. And remember, I can feel this air. Okay. So wherever the air is where the makeup's going to go. The air is your brush. Woo! The air is your brush, okay? Make my movements first, then lightly pull down on the trigger. Now, when doing, if you are doing the blush after the foundation, it's very, you can take it in steps, but you also want to get it to where you almost love it, where it's almost there. Because if you do it to where you love it, it's going to bloom. And we don't want that, right? Then it would be too much. So, oh, turned it off. Hold on. You can already see how it's starting to grow. All right, there we go. I think I might need one, so I'm going to do one more drop. One more drop of the blush. Okay, just to make it even. And then that's all the blush I'm going to do because I know the blush is going to bloom on me. I am going to clean this out because everything else is going to be regular makeup. So have my drops of cleaner. Going to back bubble and blow. Back bubble and blow. Now, what you can do is use water first. Use kind of warm water. I didn't say hot. I said warm water. And then use a couple of drops of the Tip Top cleaner at the very end to get a thorough clean. You also want to back bubble when cleaning out your breeze. And now it is clean. I can put that aside. All right. So now, let me get all these brushes on the way. Now I can add lips. Lips, you can line the lip. You can, depending on what lips you're using, if it's a high pigment on the lips, then maybe you don't need to line the lips. I've been using a lot of the matte lip liners, or I'm sorry, the matte lips. I'm just digging the matte lip for some reason. And I always try to find one that's like similar to our Dusty Rose. And I'm just pushing it right at my line. Now, because it's matte, it has a tendency to stay a little bit better. Okay, so because it's not, I'm gonna leave my lips apart for a minute. Andre asks, did you cut your hair? I did. Thank you for noticing. No one's noticed. I got like that much cut off and no one has noticed. I don't know why that is. Oh, dadgummit. Hold on. Okay. When doing that, I feel like you need to leave the lips apart for a little bit to let it all dry. And then you lick your lips and then you go. Actually, I think it's a 6 is what she said. I think that's what it is. And then I did a little bit of blonde underneath. I don't know if you can do it. Like just like a little hint for summer. And then I'm going to finish off with some mascara. And we know that mascara makes a big difference. And we are working on getting ours back in stock. Why is this going out of focus? Oh, there it goes. You have to make the mascara face when doing mascara. I feel like I got some on my lips or my teeth. Okay. And I like to see just that itty bitty shimmer right up there just to make the eyes pop a little bit more. Oh, you liked it long? It needed the ends cut off. Like I needed just a good clean summer cut. So that's why I did it. But it shall grow. All right. And so there you go. Easy breathe. And now my eyes look awake. I don't look as tired. Mascara will do that. A little bit of shimmer will do that. To brighten up your skin, brighten up underneath the eyes. There are a lot of different ways to do that. And that's the great thing about Luminess is there's a lot of products that overlap and help you get the look that you're wanting. And so that's what that's what these are for. These are ways that we can show you how it works, how you can make that look work for you. And so definitely, keep watching. Make sure you, if you have questions, you can ask questions. Now, the good news is starting this Wednesday, we're going to do, I think it's 6 weeks. Let me make sure. Yeah. This Wednesday, 10:30 in this time frame, we are going to do skincare. And it's for 6 weeks. Dorothy is going to help us out. Cindy's going to help us out. And so we are going to start showing you and talking to you about our skincare. A lot of you have it. A lot of you want it. A lot of you have questions about it. And so we definitely want to take time and really go through what each product does. Do you need all of them? Probably not. Do you want all of them? Probably yes. But we are going to go through all of them, every bottle, how to use it, when to use it, things like that, and go into detail. And that's going to start this Wednesday. So make sure that you stay tuned for the Skincare Wednesdays starting this week. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.